All right, let's see if we can get it rolling here. If I can get a mic check. All right, I think we are live. I think we are. Oh, I hear you. Okay, hey Jeff. Good. Yeah, we'll get it rolling here momentarily. I'll let a few people join us. Nice for you to come on over. Let's see. I gotta keep the chat thing where I can see it. All right, one of you guys totally screwed me up here. Must be left-hander. Shit, I don't know how to change that. Hang on, guys. We'll get it rolling here momentarily. All right, so first up, I think I've got Nike. Let's see here. Let's go. Let's give it time. I usually start about, we'll give it another minute. All right. Kind of quiet. Maybe just you and me in here, Jeff. Got a pretty good lineup. I'll assume we'll get some traffic here. One of you guys, a fellow trader, you must be left-handed because all of your stuff has got the price action on the right hand, which is a bit of a, that's kind of a brain puzzle. Okay, so I got Nike here. Shit. And me, S. Sultan. There we go. All right. VD Machi. Okay. All right, guys. All right. We'll get it rolling here momentarily here. Hang on. I'm right. Is that you, fellow trader? Jeff, are you fellow trader? I never know, right? Because you guys mix the handles up. Because all of your prices are on the left side, which gets kind of throwing me off a little bit. But first up here, so let's see here. I'm gonna have to go. Oh Jesus, what is he giving me here? I gotta go to a weekly. You're not. Interesting. Oh, that's not you. Okay, so yeah, one of them has got everything off on the left side. Makes me think he's left-handed. Okay, here, let's get this rolling here. Jesus, Nike is what an animal that is. Do we have to be in log scale? Yeah, we have to be in log scale. Okay, let's get it rolling here now that we got a little group going. Okay, so I'm going to push this off here. I can still see you guys. All right, what are we doing here? So I got to get rid of the disclaimer, right? So there you guys should be able to see me momentarily here. I'll get myself off there. So many people, on Friday's video were so shocked to hear that I was 62. I was like, Jesus, mate, but see that white hair? I really started going gray early 50s. Now I just go, well, fuck it. What do I care? All right, so this is first up here. This is Spitfire. How do I say that? Spitfire 3, I think it is. Giving me Nike. He didn't give me any TA, so I've just got this. Holy shit! What a raging bull. Okay, so everybody good here? Good. Okay, I guess we can probably. Yeah, I guess some people like to see the speaker. I just fucking think they're taking up screen space. So I'm gonna get off of here. How do I get me off? There we go. I'm off. Okay. All right. So now I can dig in here. So what are we doing here? So. Well, just sometimes, right? Go with what's easy right off the bat. Okay, that sure looks like I got a pretty good impulse. Or I mean, it'd be hard to argue with that. Now the question is, so you might look at it and go, "Oh, that's mighty shallow retrace for a second." Well, one, that's a weekly chart. Two, that's quite a bull market. So you're kind of stuck with it, right? I mean, it's let's bring this down here. What else would we do, right? That is the deepest retracement here, so it looks like we have to do it this way. There could be. Yeah, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. It looks like that's shit. It looks like that's what we're doing here. Let's take that up a degree. Oh, we'll go something here pretty like a blue. All right, now, of course, take it out of log scale, and that 2 is going to look a little different. But, you know, we're going from 0 to 180, right? It's not much question as to whether or not we have to analyze it in log scale. Now, I know it's annoying, right? It distorts things. You can't use regression channels. It distorts your eye to a degree, but we're kind of stuck with it. So if this is 2, 3, okay, well, what things we can do, right? And this is the process, right? Just remember, it's, you know, every video I do, every live stream I do, what I hope you recognize is the consistency of the approach, right? And it's, you know, some people are drawn to this approach, other people find it to be way too much work, which I find interesting, right? So people want, it's just funny, right? How people pursue trading. Too much work, really? When your money's involved, right? It's too much. You want to be doing less work. I guess that's the whole, you know, AI strategy, auto trader, bot thing, right? Don't make me think. Jesus, don't make me think. Well, that's the low here, although that's not much of a start to get it rolling there. So this, but it looks like you need it to get a 1, 2, 3, 4, shit, 1, 2. Actually, you could probably get some sort of, let's see what I got here. I don't know that it matters, right? So really the only question is, okay, well, let's, do we have an Elliott oscillator? We do. Let's just see if that's going to be any help to us. Not really. On a weekly, right now, this is pretty, you know, you're thinking very long term. Oh, let's go down to a daily, see if we can make sense here and so we can get anything more useful to us. It's kind of a cool lineup. Who gave me this? This is, this is Spitfire. So we got a wave trend. I got some sort of a RSI with some bands around it. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what the band, if that's like a trader's dynamic index, right? And that's supposed to be standard deviation. I'm not sure what it is. But okay, right, so we're looking here is contender. Spitfire, he didn't really give me anything other than, you know, he's interested in Nike. He didn't give me a whole lot of, okay, well, I'm bullish, I'm bearish. Well, there's COVID, all right, which is kind of a mile marker for, right? And we can look here. It looks like it's way too far for a gold. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's not terrible. Oh, that was too far. All right, we got, looks like we have closes below though. Yeah, we do. All right, so that's a dead algo right there. Right, they're burned. So okay, right, no, right, remember, right, just always an algo on the other side, right? So who's winning this battle? Well, we can look down here and say, okay, obvious target for liquidity. That's duh. Okay, obvious target down here. Now, just because it's there doesn't mean it must come down there. Sweep it, but you can certainly see that as a reasonable target. If this is a 3 and we're working through some sort of a 4, well, what would your first thought be? A, B, right, would be your first thought, but then we don't get a C. So A, B, C, are we doing triangle? You know, it doesn't really look like that either because this is already pushing it. So that's all one correct. What does he got on here? This is crosses. Oh, that's kind of cool. Right. So it's what does he got? An 18 and a 55. That's an interesting pairing. 18 and a 55. So you got one fib number. I'm surprised you didn't use a 21, right? Just to have 2 fib numbers, but 18 is commonly used. Okay, so what are we doing with that? Well, we've already swept this low, so whatever it is, right? It's corrective. So what would you be waiting for here? Well, it's pretty much the same pattern we're looking for anytime we're looking for a low, right? So we want the sweep here is. It's awfully close to this. So you might think that this is inducement, right? Just to try and get traders to short it. Hang on. perhaps, right, this little bit of inducement for traders think, oh, it's support, it held, right, and then we come down and sweep the whole thing. So I would be reluctant to take any action myself right now. Oh, let's put a little market structure on here. I think you guys know this is now my preferred. I'm not an affiliate with these deals, so I'm not pimping it to you. It's just what I prefer, right? I do have a deal with them for brown belt people that take our brown belt. You can get their lifetime at 50% off. Which I think is only a couple $100. So let's be sure here. We're bullish off of that date, right? So we'll just be bullish off of COVID. So up, down. Now, with a product like this, now there's a lot going on here, and that can be a little disoriented at first, like, holy shit, that's too much stuff. Well, I get that. So you got to kind of focus in over here. And now, of course, you can take it and focus just on one section. But as we sit here, okay, so this would be a change of character. It doesn't look like we've broken it yet. We haven't, right? So you're sitting at an extreme order block. Why would that be an order block we want to pay attention to? Well, pretty good gap coming off of it, although, you always, a day with equities, right? You always have a gap. So, but that's an awfully big ripper coming out of there. So is that going to hold? Well, let's assume it doesn't, right? So if we break here, then obvious target for liquidity. Remember, what's the algorithm doing, right? So it's always, right? It's seeking liquidity. Well, is it going to get some here? Likely, right? There's going to be liquidity there. Likely stops there. Likely a shitload. More stops down here. And you understand the thinking here. Well, anyone who caught this, right? If they're still in it, where's their stop? Anyone who caught this, where's their stop? Assuming, right, they stayed with it and didn't take profit along the way, but you can assume there's liquidity here. So it's always a dangerous spot to enter the market at a major pivot like that, because you're so vulnerable to getting bent over, right? I mean, to see it, sweep and do this, very, very common. And part of that is, you have to think, right? So, if you could write these algorithms and your goal was to pick the pockets of other traders or retail traders or inexperienced traders, wouldn't that make sense? Well, maybe we can get the breakout traders, which are, I don't want to say this, right? So I advocate strongly against that style of trading, right? Some people do it, right? It's not for me. I would encourage you to reconsider if that's the focal point of your approach to trading. You're probably not a breakout trader if you're here watching my live stream, because I advocate against it almost every live stream I do. That's not a place to be. Really, you don't even want to enter here. The only way you could talk yourself into why would you be thinking about an entry here would be, well, okay, where's my risk reward? That's about all you got to talk yourself into. Okay, well, that's it, right? So we're very, very clear on where our stop would be. You have to give that a little bit of room, a breathing room, right? So that they don't do the same thing, you sweep it and then go. You got to give that a little bit of room. But do you want to try and pick okay, well, I'm assuming it's going to hold. You don't have a fib here. So what's your justification? It just feels like it? Maybe not, right? We got a pretty clear algo target. We know there's an algo participating here. Right now, again, doesn't mean it's going to get to its target, but you're fighting against a daily algo. Do you want that fight? Why trade this? Let's just come back here and just look at it. What are you thinking? So it tends to be when the market comes down to a significant low like this, you start thinking, okay, well, let's frame it, right? Okay, here I'm in the discount, so I'm buying something that's on sale. But you want a little more than that. You want some sort of okay, if we're going to sweep the low, right? Then we want to see some sort of move up here. Now, to come all on a daily to come back up and. You got a little gap here. You'd want to see it come up to something like this, where we have some sort of a meaningful retrace. Something, right? Come up here, sweep one, because this is just straight down. So show me that there's a pivot here we can get beyond. Oh, some sort of a micro change of character, not on a daily, Right now, if I go down to a 4, something like that, right now, this if I turn this back on, right, you're going to get different. Oh, where's the inducement here, which will give us a clear sign. I have to put this in, let's put it in yellow so we don't miss it. Okay, so the inducement is way up here, right, that confirmed this pivot as a high. Now we don't, this is, do I have, Jesus, do I have anything in here? I really don't. It's going to have to go a long way. Let's go down to a 60. There we go. Okay, so here, now I have a little range here. Okay, so you're not, okay, can we put together a long trade here? Well, now this looks a little bit better, although you want to see it. This is, it's mighty tiny, right? But so, okay, look at it this way. All right, so we come down here, right? This is all one single leg. Now here's that we sweep the last little pull, right? So, okay, I've got a contender here for a low. Personally, I'd want to see it pull that, right? I'd want to see give me the change of character. Okay, now, right, we come back down. Looking for here's a fair value gap, although that's already being filled in right now. Look for something like that. Okay, right now, stop under the low. All right, so see, there's a comfort there that you need to appreciate, right? So if I take this trade, stop here, am I worried that I'm going to get my account blown up? Well, you put on too much size, right? You can always fuck yourself. But if you're just doing something, reasonable amount of your portfolio here, there's a comfort level there. Well, they can't hurt me too badly here. So you can put that trade on and just relax, right? You have to like it enough, right? There has to be a reason. What do we have here? This is just probably the CPI data. Oh, shit. I'm going to do that. Just CPI data, right? So we've left a big gap. Now, I'm on a 1 hour. Let it show you, right? Rather than, it took me a long time, right, to develop this discipline, right? It's not a skill, really. It's just a discipline. Because I forever was always the guy who wanted to pick the turn, right? I wanted, oh, fuck, I'm going to nail that, right? And then, so here I can do this, and I'm going to put my stop right here and just stop after stop after stop, right? It just is, you have to back up from that and go, okay, there's got to be a better way to do this. Well, let's get the confirm, right? So something like a change of character, even something here, a more significant sweep. If I go to 2 hour, that's likely going to be higher, right? So here, are we getting it? You just barely, right? So this is all the downswing here. We're just getting, I'd like to see that close a little bit. Okay, right? So maybe you talk yourself into that. Here's the sweep, coming back down. Do you want to buy that? That's about as low risk as you could make it. You're going to have a long way to go to get back up here. So something's going to have to change, right? Why, right? We don't have a catalyst really. There's nothing here to say, okay, time to buy it. There's a 2 hour. That's the absolute low. So there's pretty good. There's eight points, $8, right, from 80 to 81. To get to that, I think this is a force. You're trying to pick the turn. Right. If you want to be a little bit more conservative than that, which is so what's the thinking? Well, usually the thinking is, okay, well, I can try and pick the turn and I have the maximum amount of upside. Yeah. Okay. Again, that's back to that. I can pick the turn. But if you do this long enough and over enough time, you realize that what are you worried about, right? You're going to miss the run. Well, let's just for fun say maybe that's just a deep 2 and we're going to go 3, 4, 5, right? All right, let's just, hypothetically, okay, let's say we get that, right? So if you were looking to be a buyer, where do you want to be a buyer, right? On the retrace. What have I got there? Well, let's do something mid blue, right? So I've got this area here. So we're talking about less than $1 here, right? And that's again assuming, right? We're going to just follow its traditional Elliott pattern here. There's really no reason to take that trade. It's not like I've got a good impulse here and I'm anticipating the retrace. You're just assuming that's as far as it's going to go. Why are you assuming that? Look at the moving averages, right? That's a pretty good spread. If the moving average crosses are a kind of a trigger for you, I shouldn't assume, now I sit here looking at it, I shouldn't assume that he's bullish, right? I shouldn't assume that. Maybe, right, he's bearish. If he's bearish, that's why it helps if you guys will give me, I'm long and interested, or I'm short, or I'm considering a short. I just get Nike. So I don't see any reason to be a buyer there. Right? Back to our daily, right at this low here. Now maybe it holds, but it's just, there's too many things, too many good things to choose. Right? Why trade it? Because it's down, right? So that might be the thinking. Doesn't, well, it looks like you might have an ABC going in there. But is that what we want? Well, then you'd have to be thinking, oh, some sort of a combo here. Shit, I don't see there's any reason to do anything here. Let this thing do what it's going to do. If it breaks here, well, of course, if we break, what's the anticipation? All right, if we break a swing like that, we would anticipate a retrace. Well, and then the anticipation would be back down to challenge this low, right? So let that happen. Then again, here we go, right? Same kind of pattern. There it is, just exaggerated. That's what you're looking for. Maybe we do it down here. Right, it's the same idea. Sweep the low, right? So that's what you're thinking, right? Sweep the low, right? So grab all that liquidity, right? That's the thought. That's what the algo is going to try to do. Right? That's what's written to do. All right, so we're gonna sweep the liquidity here because you know there's stops here, right? So what do we need here? We need, if they want to take it higher, if they want to take it higher, they need liquidity, right? As in they need people to buy it from. Well, there's the sellers. There's more sellers. So there's people to buy from, right? So you can see if we went like this, there's the entry. I can get that thing separated. Geez, I guess I can't do it. There's the entry. Why? Why? Because you're impatient? Is that it? Right? Oh, I didn't want to wait, so I took some extra risk. Is that the smart way to survive in the market? Probably not, right? So, and even if you were thinking, oh shit, I mean, he's bearish, you're kind of late to that party. Now you're selling in the discount, right? You don't want to do that. You want to sell up here, right? So the time to be a seller was up here. And you can look here and say, oh, it's the same process, right? You have to, all right, if we're coming up here, you go, oh, they're definitely going to get that. They're definitely going to get that, right? Right? Just like, oh, they're definitely going to get that, right? You know, what's the trend here? Right. Here's the change of character here might have had you thinking, oh, well, but then what you'd been looking for is, oh, okay, change of character. I'm going to get something like this here, and now I'm going to come back this direction. It doesn't quite fit with the overall. I mean, really, you're just in a big range here, is what you're in. Let's get that down a little bit. Big range. Significant pivot, golden zone. Now you're just, so what you'd hope if you're a long-term bull, what you'd hope is happening here is accumulation. Accumulate. If this is a 3 and 4, looking for the 4 at this degree, which is, now it's a little distorted, right, because of this. What do you do with that? You might have to do this as a 2. So this is your absolute, I've switched from bullish to bearish, right? So if you sweep this, right, now it's bearish. Because this would start to potentially invalidate that 4. Right? So the Elliott's a little funky already. A, B, C, D, W, X, Y, all of that it's not great. It's not a great Elliott setup here. So my view would be here that you're just going to have to wait. Let's see what happens at this, right? It looks like that's going to get swept, but let's wait and see. And then what happens here, right? Again, if it's going to go, there'll be time. There'll be time, right? First thing you got to do is break that golden zone. That's a long way off. We're at 82. That's a long way to go, right? So to do it, it's going to have to most likely do it as some sort of an impulse, right? And then the retrace, there'll be plenty of time, right? So it's not one I would pursue right now. Maybe keep it on your list, but I don't think there's a great looking setup there. Sorry, Spitfire. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Now, this is the one, fellow trader. This, you got me, something's fucked up here with fellow trader. He must be left-handed, right? So this is what he sent me. I got all everything's over here. That's a little, okay, so I got a lot of stuff on here. So this is fellow trader. I think he's a new member. He likes his lines. Okay, so I've got, what am I doing here? So this just looks to me like, why do I need that? Okay, oh, I see. So he's pulling fibs this direction. Okay, that's it. Just this is it's just I don't know where he's from or if he's left-handed, but I got to break some of this up a little bit, right? So I'm not discounting your work at all. I can't quite see what your thinking is. Okay, all right, now I can see it. Okay, so we got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't know why we needed all that. All right, so here's how I would approach this, right? Not that your way isn't good. Okay, so I've done 200% the length of the 1 if I'm spot on there. Pretty close. Nice impulse. It's my 2. Looks like it's technical. I can't quite. Looks like it's might be a 50. 50. We're 2 and through third. I'm not. Jesus. Oh shit. I am in log scale. So it's weird to be on the left side. How's my channeling, right? So again, there's a process. Right? It's not like, oh, okay, let's just wing it. Okay, wait a second. Wait, how's the geometry? Oh shit, I probably have to do it like this, right? So okay, here we go. How do we feel about right look? Is that the 4 here coming in here at the midline? Okay, why not, right? It looks okay. Look at the range though of 2 relative to 4. So can we say, oh shit, we got it? Well, I wouldn't go there just yet. Let's go down a lower time frame. Oh fuck, screw me up. AB, all right? Let's check. Are we fighting an algo there? Probably. It looks like we broke it through. Let's come out of log just to see. Yep. So we break. We have closes. Yeah, we do. You're really fucking me up with this. All right, so that is 2 and through. So we've lost that, right? So oh shit, it's gonna be hard for me to adjust. A B, is that B? That's fine. A B. Well, it's kind of implied. Let's see if we're coming back this direction. Is that what we got here? You'd really want this to be more of a flat, right? If we were going to truncate here, well, the C relative to the A. This looks more impulsive. But you don't really want the impulse there, right? So it's kind of making it tricky. 1, 2, 3. That's got to be 3. Maybe you can get a ABC into the 4 here up to the 5, right? So it looks like you got an A there. And you'd have to kind of squish it, right? It's a little bit of a Elliott shuffle. You're doing it because that's what you want. So it kind of takes you back to. Well, here let's see if we can label this. Now, if that's 4, it's either A. Oh fuck. It looks like there could be a triangle in there. If you do that, right, now you got an impulse, right? So it doesn't work, right? So you're going to have to do something like this is A, B, C, which is just god awful, right? And I love that. All right, so the Elliott here is suspect at best. What is this, Floki? I don't know if any of you guys watched Viking, I think it was. One of the main characters was Floki. I can't help but think of that when I see this, right? You're kind of offsides on each side. You've lost this side, Algo. You've lost this one. Fuck. Can't say I like it, right? So when in doubt, stay out is my motto. Or so, but if gun to my head, I'd be a buyer here. can't say I love this. Oh God, one of my wizards gonna have to show me that. That being the 5th is just awful. It's just fucking awful. What am I missing here? That's I just know that's not right. So I don't like it. I'm sorry, man, fellow trader. It's very 4-ish, but the count is crazy. A little too crazy for me. Let's see if I go down a little bit more. Can I get something in here? Right? There looks like there's a 5 here, so it would have 3. That has to be A, B, C, which is awful. Right. So coming back down here. Okay, let's work on that finish and see if can we get a good finish in that 5th. Even that's not so great. Although you have the ingredients there for something to turn around, right? So that's a good start. Well, there's our little pattern that we're talking about right there, right? So it's underway, right? So here's the pivot, right? So we sweep the low here. Now we've broken this pivot, right? So if we come back, okay, man, we've got some fair value gap or an imbalance here. What have I got here? So let's put I like this one here. Let's put that on, see how we look. Okay, let's get let's get some. I like this one. What's here to work with? All right, if the Elliott is elusive, right, we want to fill in because we're unsure. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I've got a good 3 here. This A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you're forcing it. The whole thing just doesn't. I'd sit myself, right? I got to see what happens. So I would want to see what happens here. What's next here with regards to how the algo responds here. You could make a case that it's there, right? You could look at it. Oh shit, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd have an extension in the 5th. It looks like you could probably talk yourself into that. If you're really wanting to trade this on the long side, maybe you can talk yourself into that. So we have swept this low of the 3, right? So there's your liquidity. Now we've swept this little pivot here, right? So to confirm that we have a good low here. Now up, do I have anything? I got fair value gap here. All right, if I'm determined to trade this, I'm going to trade it. Let me see how it kind of comes together, right? So there's your, let's beef that up a little bit more, right? So here we got a fair value gap right in between the 50 and the golden zone. So if gun to my head and I've got to trade this, I'm looking for this, right? I would take that, stop under the low. Again, I'm not sure this is the one I would be focused on. I'd have to understand what they're all about a little bit more than I do. 1, 2, 3. So does it sneak by? It looks like it does. Nope, it doesn't. All right, so you're going to have to trade this as a diag. It's just kind of full of like, oh, well, maybe. Oh, well, kind of implied, right? I like to wait. I'll wait. I mean, it's not like we've got a shortage of things to trade. I'll wait till that thing sets up better, right? So I can see, okay, that looks better. I can see a clear count. This is the M pattern here that we want to see, but all of this is a bit suspect. And you can probably talk yourself, oh, fuck. I'm in log scale here, so I got to do it this way. So we've got a nice channel here, break of the channel. Okay. We come back here from the outside. The risk reward here is low enough. I'd consider that trade. I can't say I love it though. Okay, so fellow trader, you gave me another one here. Let's see if I can get this one to work correctly. Something was wrong with your. Another one here. Let's see if I can get this one to work correctly. Okay, so that's just feedback loop. Okay, what the hell happened there? Okay, so let me try again. This is your other link was kind of problematic too. Is that going to do it? Okay, this is, no, that's not what you're asking for. You're asking for, let me copy this one. So I think, fellow trader, I think he's a new member. You got to review that. Pinned in this channel is how to post a chart that I can work with that has your TA work on it. And we don't, that's not what we have here. Now, maybe I can get this based on just putting in the coin. Shit, I don't know what exchange you want here, but USD, maybe that's on. Okay, so let's look at it. So this is what he's asking for, synops to the dollar. I'm going to use Coinbase here. I'm going to change this here just real quick. Again, with the on the price on the left. I don't know how to change that. I wish I did. I don't know how to. Does that work? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, now. Causing a little brain collapse there. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, so always a good idea just to check how technical is it. Front run would seem. This first retrace. Interesting. Okay, so we can build a storyline, right? Okay, so here's the low. Well, I don't know if there's more history, but on a daily, I don't know that it matters much. Okay, so it looks like I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And what's not overly difficult, it would seem, right? If we've got that, do we have that? So you got to ask yourself, why not? Is there some reason that this doesn't fly? This would have to be the 4 of the 3. It's a little skinny on the range. Do I need to be in log? I'm not sure I do. They're second most common for the 3. I'm going to take it out of log. See how that looks. What's our range here? From 30 cents. Pretty much have to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little skinny. Guess we got to go to log scale here. Now I'm going to the left side already. Well, so much of crypto has done the same thing, right? So it's like, oh shit. Well, there's a great. That's the picture of FOMO. Oh shit, right? You're telling me I have to wait? Well, I'm not telling you anything. I'm saying, typically, you'd find a better entry if you wait. Now, of course, typically, are we at typical times? Looks like I got an A, B. I mean, just it. Don't overcomplicate it. Unless you're forced to. Well, let's go micro here. We'll put that in yellow here. Okay, so I got an A, B. 1, 2. Now you don't know until it's shit until it comes, right? So you would think 3, 4, 5, right? That's what you would anticipate coming off of this. This being sort of a bumpy B wave there, but we go up and challenge. We don't break it now as we come down. Now, do we know for sure that that's not going up? Of course not, right? Well, we can kind of make a deduction here based on this. Well, number one, okay, if I swing low to swing high, where do we want to buy? Right in the discount, right under the 50, if we can, or as close to the 50 as possible. Right, come down here for that C. Oops, come here for that C. Right, you're giving yourself the best potential here in terms of risk to reward, right? Minimum target would be up here, but if that's going to be a 3, right, your target's way up here. You don't have this yet, but I'd start getting prepped for that, right? Do I get it here? Am I going to corner or going to go golden? Don't know what we're going to get. Might get it right here, right? But I'd have that teed up, ready to go, right? So this doesn't look ripe to me, but it looks like it's a green banana. I'd be watching it. You can see, I don't even have to put I'll do it, but it doesn't even look like you need it, right? Because this is obviously where you're going to have a high volume node right here at the 50. The POC is lower. Nice range here. We don't have that, but that's where I'd be looking for it right there. So this is, you got to wait, right? It's a bummer. You're like, oh man, I can just feel that thing's going to go. Crypto's going to go. The halving, everything's going to go. It's discipline, right? It's like, you know, and absolutely, positively, there will be some that will go without you. Just get used to it. You're not going to get every swing, every trade. Nothing's going to set up perfectly every time. But you have to have a discipline. There has to be some structure to what you're doing. So one very simple rule or discipline to put on yourself is, well, I only buy in the discount. I only sell in the premium, right? Just that alone would probably change 90% of the people that are going to watch this live stream, or just trading in general. I mean, that discipline it's hard to impose, right? Because FOMO is real, right? We all experience it. Oh shit, right? I know this thing's going to go. If you have that discipline, but you catch yourself, oh shit, no, I have a rule and I stick to my rules. I don't buy above the 50. Now, when I say that, you say, well, fuck, man, so you can never buy a 4? Well, not necessarily, right? So it's a question of where are you pulling from, right? So if we do it here, right, and here's the 50. From this range. But if we have a completed 5, right, it's different, right? So if you're right here and you're thinking, oh, 4, you know, that may or may not be. Well, it looks like it wouldn't have been. Right, so you got to make some adjustments based on what the market is doing. So if I pull this out of here, right? We didn't get to the 50 here. Oh, so I can't buy that? Well, you got to make a judgment call there, right? So are you more inclined to be pulling here, right? So is this the range that you want to pull from? Well, now I'm well into that. But if I'm going 2 through 4, well, I know the 4 is more commonly not going to break the 50. So, got your Elliott hat on? Well, you might rethink that. Oh, give me a wave 4, right? So this is right in the pocket. 1, 2, you probably have to do 3, 4, 5 here. You know, there's no easy answer other than if you impose that discipline on yourself, you're going to miss some 4s, but you're going to get way more 3s. It just as a reminder, right? For our purple belt, we force this on you, right? We don't let you trade that. All right, now you can trade the 3 of the 5, but you can't trade, you know, off the 1 of the 5, right? That. All right, you could trade this. Where could you take that trade? Right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5. Okay. All right, let me keep going. Sorry. Okay, fellow trader, we'll get. Let's just. I'll get with one of the senseis here if you're not clear on how to do that. So because I want to get your work, not mine. Okay. God Lysop. That's a new handle. God Lysop. What do we got here? So he wants. He's not giving me a chart. He wants Dami and Neuros. Okay. Shit. Never heard of him. Dami. What the fuck? Dami. Where do I have anywhere else I can trade that? Gate. So this must be, where can I get this? All sources. Well, I guess Gate.io. Dami. No idea what it's about. Looks already, I don't like the look of it. Not to say that you can't make money here, but it looks, you know, very meme coiny. Now, see, I immediately have I'm repelled when I see this kind of price action, right? Because it's just liquidation. Is there a trade here? Well, let's just figure it out. Could we call that a 1-2? Well, technically, yeah, we could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3, A, B, C. I mean, why not, right? Why? But okay, let's not overcomplicate. Okay, A, B, C. Is this 1? Well, let's label it. So I don't. Oh, hang on. I gotta do it this way. 1, 2. Oh, come here. Okay, right. Should that Okay, why not? First question, why not? Good thing to just challenge yourself, right? That's really what I'm doing here. I'm doing it out loud, but I would be doing the same thing if it was me just looking at this. Okay, what's wrong with it? Why not that? I'm going to use Algo theorem here and see what we get here. And let's one thing they don't include are fair value gaps, right? So which is why I use this inverse. Okay, so I've got a little imbalance here. Potentially a little order block there, but that would be kind of a shitty one. 3, 4. Okay, let's measure. Right? How do we look on just standard Elliott? If that's 3, right to the 38, a little wobble there. Now that's a daily. So your hope would be that this is the 1 going in before we go up to the 5. Well, that's not gorgeous. Let's see how that looks. You're down on a 4. Oosh. 1, 2, 3. There's the 4, 5. There's the 1. Oosh, that is ugly. We gotta go with what's there, right? It's annoying. It's sometimes like, oh shit, I don't want that to be it. But right as I look at it here, I don't see a workaround there. This is clearly the 4, A, B, C, D, E. Looks like a triangle. Okay, well, now I'm stuck, right? What do I do with that? You've got a little impulse there. So there you kind of got to use some judgment, right? All right, it looks like A, B, C to me. Right, when you're in a coin like this, it's prone to this kind of price action. Often you've got to go with what's implied here. So this looks to me, right? Of course I could be wrong. This looks like I've got an ABC here. And now what am I doing with that? Is this going to be WX? We're going to go lower? It's too soon to call it, right? But that is not great looking price action. ABC, we don't want that to be the 2, but it's what you want, right? It's not always what you get. Right now here, if I'm pulling here, oh shit, do I need log? I think I do. Yeah, I do. All right, the range is so far. Okay, is this going to be my 2 here? Well, let's get this one. Let's get just golden. No, fuck. Okay. Now, as it's here, let's get this one off. Log scale, all right, you kind of get away with it. This 1, 2, 3. It looks like you got a 1 there. It looks like you can probably talk yourself into it. 1, 2, 3. That's the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, that's all yet to come. That's the thinking. Okay, can I get out of here? Can I get out of here? Right, with a 1 deep 2, right? That being the look at the fair value gap get tapped and then filled. Things that do not happen randomly. That is absolutely, I can absolutely assure you that's not random. Okay, so this one, one thing that Algo theorem does that can be a little, it highlights the inside bars. We'll take that off here, the inside range, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Ugh, A, B, C. See, this is not a coin I would trade. Not to be negative about your choice. It's just how are you going to trade this? If it's me, I'd have to do a little digging. I have no idea what they do or why they exist or what their use case is. I wouldn't be uncomfortable trading this with leverage because of all this wicking action, right? This looks like the bots are just wicking this left and right. So if I was going to trade this, it's just me, right? I would do it in spot because I liked it. Not necessarily the TA, but okay, I could probably talk myself into a 3, 4, 1, maybe 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Do I like that? Not really, but okay, right? Again, in my head, I'd be a buyer, but I would not trade with leverage, and I would trade with spot because I liked it. Right now, that's me. This could roll over here, but as it sits right now, this is the count, right? Does it have the right look? Right, we're trying to do that. You know, that's not one I would pick myself, right? Again, I'm not trying to shit on your choice. This I'd like this a whole lot better if we, right, of course, right, if we'd stayed on this path here, but this rolling over here makes me think this is starting to disconnect from this. So you can see an alternate in here if you do it this way. So let's consider this. Oh shit, 3, 4. There's the alternate, right? So this is, even though that's a bit fat relative to the 2, at least we're all in one pump, right? So here's the retrace. So you could probably talk yourself into, oh, okay, maybe I'm just got to rethink this to allow for a wider range. So let's go here. Oh, come here. And let's go to white, right? So sometimes, right, that's right back to what I was just saying, right? Okay, you gotta be hypercritical on your analysis. Do I have this right? Like, what's wrong with it? Right. So just drawing that channeling up, and then do I have the right look? And that process of, do I have this right? Yeah. Do I have this right? Okay. Does it look better here? Well, okay. Now we're back to, okay, how do I look for a 2? Looks like that's a 38. It's not like it, oh shit, we can't have a 2 at the 38, right? Of course we can, right? Now you look at it here. Now I got the fair value gap, and I got an order block here. So looking here for this as the 2 starts to look a little bit better. I can't say I love that. Oh, all right. I can't say I love this as the 1, 2, but if it rolls over here, I'm not, panicking. So then it would be a bit more of, okay, whatever's going on here, this is wobbly correction. I'd like it here, right, to go 3, 4, 5. I think that actually plays better, actually, now that oh, there you go. That's often how you come to a count that you get more comfortable with. Your first thought is, oh, that's the 4. But wait a second. Can I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3? So I have a 4 within the internal, right? So this can fly. 2, right? So we separate the pump and then the separation, right? So they're not connected, right? That looks better to me. Now what you're after is 1, 2, 3. All of that's coming, right? So the channeling will get better. Well, we don't have it yet, right? But right now that's what you'd have, right? You can't adjust the channeling until you get your 3rd, right? And then you would go from 1 to 3. As it sits right now, that's all you got. Ideally, you're going to be a buyer below. Right, so here, just as we were just talking. Okay, so let's get all of this off here. Right, if that's the 2, let's just keep it drop dead simple. Right, we're trying to put some discipline onto this. Okay, let's take our Elliott hat off for a second. Right, so swing low, swing high. I'm going to take that out of law. Oh shit. Let's focus here. Okay, here we're at the 50. Do you have any edge here? Do you? Do you? Well, I mean, I'm thinking out loud, right? I'd be asking myself that. Do I have an edge here? I'm right at the POC. So this is, I'm a bull, right? So I'm gonna lean bullish. Again, careful trading with leverage on these. Yes, I know the temptation is, oh my God, look how much I can make. I get it. I feel you on that. That's never the question to ask, right? First question is always, and this is so common with traders, right? Oh shit, look how much I can make. Wait a minute, what's the first question? Look how much I could lose. Where am I out, right? Look at all the equal lows down here, right? Do you think those are targets? Yes, those are targets. What's the algo trying to do? It's looking for liquidity. It's looking for oh God damn it. It's looking for liquidity right here, right? Which it's already grabbed. Now, is there liquidity down here? Now, remember, these have already been filled, right? The algo doesn't need to come back here and rebalance, right? It's already done it. So that just becomes less about the imbalance there and more about the pivot there, because is there anybody unsure whether or not there's stops there? No, right? The whole planet, anyone looking at this knows there's stops there. So, see, now, do we know that's going to happen? It might do this, right? But the point is, why make yourself vulnerable to that? Don't. You got no edge here. That's heads I buy, tails I sell. That's the odds you got there. Dami. Okay, he wants another one. Neuros. God lights up. That's an interesting handle. Okay, so Neuros. Never heard of this one. Neuros. What we got here? Neuros. Oh man, you're on the fringes here. So we got to do. Holy fuck, man! Is this what we have to do? Pancake swap on the BNB chain? I guess so. I don't see another Neuros. Oh, dude, that's. Oh, I got to pass on that, right? So I'm sorry, God, lice up. I don't know. What do I do with that? Is that real, right? Or is it a bad tick? What do I do with that? Oh man, ping me, God lice up. We'll come up with something here. That's. You know, if that's a pump, well, congratulations, somebody had a big day. If you, I mean, would you have known to get out? That's, I'm gonna skip that one. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving. God lice up. If you want to work something out there, just send me a friend request and we'll look at it together. Okay, Sienna plays. What do we? Oh, Sienna plays. You usually give me a chart. You must have been busy today. Okay, she wants CLSK. Oh, I'm in this. So I have some of this. So I have it on another chart. Okay. Oh, no, here it is. All right, so let's come over here so I can pick up where we are. All right, so this one I'm looking to add. Right here, I already have some of this, full disclosure. Seems like I should mention if I'm in something rather than not. Nobody read me. Okay, so Sienna plays. I think Sienna plays. I got turned onto this from you, from a pro. As I mentioned to you guys often, some of my best trades come from live streams. I think because I can't look at everything. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we're seeking the third here off of this 1, 2. 1, 2. Right, pretty good impulse into the 1, 2. Great looking impulse into that 3. If that, maybe that's making it a little crowded in there. And you know, can that look any better for a correction? A, B. Come here. I'd love it a little lower. We can get it. Well, so here, I mean, this is the range down here that we kind of want. We kind of want that range, right? So that because you'd be now balancing out the channel. Now, again, it's not required that we come down here, but oh, okay. Well, I might even look here, right? We got unmitigated little zone right here, right? This untraded, right? That order flow would be, so this down move would be bullish order flow because it's untapped, right? So, okay, we're coming. You know, all of this, actually, you could look at it, all of this has been untouched. If you want to be a bit more aggressive. If we're coming back down into this, boy, is that prime. Not much, but a little divergence at the top, right? So here the B, here's your B, right? The failed push. That's what creates the B, right? So because remember, not everyone is an Elliott Wave trader, right? So the average breakout trader just sees, oh, look, oh, we're going to break out. Oh, it's going to go, right? So, oh, we'll jump here. Again, I've been told enough on the breakout trader, right? But we have new people, and so I got to, you know, I'm trying to help you, right? So if you're not aware, that would be literally a poor choice, right? So okay, let's think of it again this way, right? If this is your range, 50 in the discount, do you want to be buying? That's paying full retail. No, I'd like to pay retail plus 10%. That's how I prefer to buy things. That's what you're saying there. No, charge me retail, but add some tax onto it. Not a good move, right? How did that work out for them? How did that work out for them here? Not so good. Right, we want to buy retrace, not breakout. You'll survive longer. I mean, shit, what's not to like here? I think you'd be aggressive here. Now, this is, you know, relatively inexpensive stock, right? So you can don't have to go to the options here where you're fighting time decay. You can just buy the underlying here. You got a nice looking ripper right in front of you. You're trying to go 5 of 3. Look how pretty that Elliott is, right? And this is after the first one too. Oh, it's just gorgeous. When they play Elliott ball, right, it's hard to miss, right? It's hard not to recognize the opportunity. Oh, look at this one. Oh, this one's playing well, right? And we just went through a couple where we're like, oh, what the fuck? This, bang on. Is it time? I mean, you might nibble there, right? So your thought would be, okay, well, I'm at the 50, right, of this range, right? So I'm in the discount. So I might buy 20% there, right? Keeping more in reserve in case I'm coming down to the 50 for a more typical ABC. Now, that could be a flat right here, but shit, do we have it? Do we have a finish there? It doesn't look like it. It's kind of skinny here. You can see here, right, we're sweeping the lows here, so liquidity is being grabbed because you know damn well, right? We all know, right? There's going to be stops right there. Stops have been grabbed, so there's liquidity. Is that they have enough? Do they have enough? Momentum starting to shift. Well, you can't, you don't, yeah, come here. You don't have to pick the turn. Here's the sweep of the low, right? So now so here's what I would want to see right here. This is just glaring, right? So you'd want to, we've come down, retrace. We've swept the low here. Now, if we come back up, right, you might see a bounce here, which we rebalance. Now, I come back down in a 3. Now, stop under the low, looking for that. It's not, we'll do it that way. Sweep, break, retrace. We're coming back. Any latecomers? Right, 1, 2, 3, right? You're trying to get 4, 5 of the 1 coming out of the hole. Right? If this is going to be the 4, right, which we don't know, if it's a reasonable spot here. If this is going to be the 4, well, I got to have a 5, and I'm going to have a motive. So it's going to have some sort of 5 swings in it. We may not get an impulse off of the low, but I'm looking for 5. Very low risk. Stop under the pivot. If I get stopped out, I'll look at it and maybe I get it down here. But that's the sweep. There it is, right? Sweep the low, right? So you're trying to work with the algo. What's the algo doing? It's grabbing the liquidity. Right now, what's it going to do? It's going to go up, right? And it's going to try and tease. So what's this part of the move is to tease the breakout traders, right? Tease them right here. Oh, it's going. Oh, no, back we come. Now you go. Stop under the low. Okay, that's Neuros. Okay. Oh, no, pardon me. So now it's Marathon Digital. I know he wants. Oh, shit, I may even have that up here. I thought I did. I was looking at it yesterday. Mara, excuse me. Marathon Digital. Well, we got to be in log scale there. Okay. Where are we here? COVID? Is that COVID? That's COVID. That looks interesting. I think we've done this one before. A little front run. Well, we can probably all agree that's likely a 1. That's likely a 2. It's kind of a bumpy start to get going here. Excuse me. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. WXY probably. Because I've got 3, 3. So, all right, there's a 2. Okay, what am I doing over here? Well, this is good. We know the algo's in here, right? Of course, right? We're going to get 2 to, and there's a 50. Okay, so we can take this one off for now. Oh, we get this, right? So we get a 50. How did we do here on the first part of it? There's a 50. Now, do we have it? I have to take that out of log. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's keep it simple. 2, 3, 4. We got to do diag. We got to do diag and in a diag. That's not ideal. But that's the 4 clearly. Let's see, I'm at $2. Yeah, I got to be in log, right? It's 4 times the range. It's too far, right? I got to be in log. How else can we? No, either way, no matter how I slice that, we've overlapped. There's no way out of a diag, right? I can't go 1. I can't go 1, 2, 3. I can't go 1, 2. That doesn't fly either. You're kind of stuck with it. All right, that's not gorgeous. All right, let's. Why are we stopping there? Next question. Broken, right? So bull's ball. Ooh, it's just, I'm not sure I like that. That's a buck. You're stuck with that 1, 2. Okay, so perhaps the channeling can guide us here. Right? So okay, let's start using the tools. Okay, I don't want that 3 there, but I've got a 5. So, since it's a diag, you'd have to be thinking A, B, C to give you the 3 here, because there's a clear 5, right? So if since we're all it's all diag, you'd have to do it as A, B, C for the 3. Okay, so 4 a little bit lower here. Let's dig in there. So as I go through this, hopefully what you take from that is I go through. Oh, can I get it? Can I make that work? These are. I want to say it's these series of rules and guidelines that force your decisions. So the first thing you have to do is accept that, right? So you're either an Elliott trader or you're not. And if you are an Elliott trader, there's going to be plenty of times where you're going to motherfuck, I want that to be a 3. I can't make it work. I want this to be, right? Those rules are going to frustrate you at times, but I promise you over time, they will keep you out of poor trades. I mean, I know it's hard to take someone's word for that, right? You have to experience it enough, right? Now, see, if you're not applying Elliott, it's so much, this is the appeal, right? Oh, fuck, it's so much easier. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Oh, we've been here, change of character. Oh, we're back, right? You're not bound by those rules, which is very appealing to most people. Most people are just fucking lazy, right? They don't, this is way too much work. They just, oh, shut up, just tell me what to buy and sell. That's most traders. I'm sorry to tell you that, right? Certainly not anyone on this live stream, right? Because the only reason you'd be here is because you want to learn how to do this. As I say all the time, the goal is never to be dependent on us. We want you to be completely independent of us, right? So I don't need their input. What do you think about Marathon Digital? I don't need to ask anyone. Now, if I'm looking at something and I can't figure out the Elliott count, I might go to one of my sensei, or shit, might be a member who's particularly skilled. Say, what do you see here, right? Where it's in confusion, right? Then, okay, getting a little groupthink can be beneficial. Because it might be, oh, I hadn't considered that could be oh shit, this could be a triangle. Oh, A, B, C, maybe I've got a triangle here, right? Oh, I hadn't thought of that, right? So that kind of thing can be useful. Where you get a little input, but for the most part, you should be working towards complete independence, right? Then if you're in a Discord or hanging out with a group of traders, right? Because trading can be isolating. It's because you like the community and you like that feedback. You like that interaction, right? That's like-minded traders. But for all I know, we're coming down. We don't know, right? So so that's where the guidelines and the rule set give you something to hang on to, because otherwise it's like fuck. How do I know? Up, it's going to go up or it's going to go down, right? And that's the illusion of trading. Well, how fucking hard can it be? It's going to go up or it's going to go down. Wish it were that easy. If that's the 3. Right? Are we technical? Well, right. The algo doesn't care about your Elliott count. So you got to go dominant to dominant. Are we coming down here for a more traditional C, some sort of a flat, right? If we do, right, if we get out of this here, if we break this, right, we're coming lower, then the triangle comes off the board, right? Then that's not an option, right? That's what I often tell you, right? One of the benefits of Elliott is that it forces you, if not this, then that. And if not that, then this. Okay, all right, so we don't know what we have here yet, although that is clearly a 5, right? That's an impulse. No, there's no question, there's no arguing that. There's no, well, it might be, right? That's an impulse, right? So it would have to be A, B, C into the 3, A, B, C into the 4, right? So we want on a diag, prime zone is at the 50 relative to the length of the 1 through the 3. Do we need to come that low? Well, then I would start measuring 2 against the 4, right? This would be prime zone here, as far as I'm concerned. Right? It's my view, right? That's where I would buy it, right in there at the edge. Note the geometry, right? So come in right here. I might start nibbling a little bit. You got all this consolidation here, so you can look at this. If I drew it here. Not going to be much question, right here. There's the POC. It's okay. It's likely to find support here. Likely. Well, here's low volume, right? So that's the difference between low volume and high volume here. It's going to do one of two things when it comes to low volume, right? It's either not going to get to it, or it's just going to drop right through it, right? It's the edges, right? The ledges, often as they're described, is where you find trading. But you're going to find support here because all of these people here, that's where they got long. I mean, we can see it. Oh, whoa, look at all the trading that happened here. We're going to come this low? Well, you could also easily be back here going, oh, 3, 4. Oh, it was 5, right? But then that doesn't quite fit because it's a diag, right? If you're trading this as the 1, that doesn't work, right? Because I can't have a diag. I can't have an impulse in my series of diags unless it's part of an ABC. So it forces you. See how that rule set is forcing you to put the 4 over here? Now, that doesn't mean that we're right. It's just that it means that I have a method. So it's not like it's not a wag. Oh, fuck, it's a wild-ass guess. I don't know, right? It's coming down, right? You've got to have structure, or you're literally heads I buy, tails I sell. Right? If you don't have structure, rules, and some discipline that you enforce on yourself, I swear to God, you're not going to last long. You're not. You're going to bounce from one thing to the next, and, oh, I saw this, and so maybe I'll use a bot, and oh, fuck. It's not the way to survive, right? You got to use your own brain, and it's not supposed to be easy. I got news for you. This is not supposed to be easy. I know everybody would like to tell you it's so easy. My feed is so full of shit like turn 1,000 into 1,000,000 in the next crypto bull. Oh fuck, God, do people fall for that? Apparently they do. All right, I'm on a little tear here. Okay, Mara, thanks for those Sienna plays. Peeking over at the market, that's all over the place. Do I have the yes up here? What do I got? That's a 1 hour. If I'm not mistaken here, I digress because I trade this a lot. That's the dominant. Holding on that 50. Okay, let me get back to you guys. Okay. Grant F. I always love when he posts because he gives us a full trade plan. All right, let's see what he's up to. Grant F. Really strong member. He has a system. Well, it's not. I shouldn't say it that way. It's not a system. These are conditions that he's looking for. Oh God, the one from last week was so close. We just missed it. I was going to trade it as well. Okay, so I got to make a copy here. Oh, shit, it's not. I look at so many things and I can't remember what it was, but it was a traditional. It was a Gartley coming right into it. Now I can't remember what it was. Okay, so here we go. This is wait a sec. Oh shit, are we doing 2 back-to-back marathon? I think we are. Oh, here we go. Okay, great, beautiful. All right, so here's another look at it. Okay, so this is a 2 hour. So let's see how he looks at it. 1, 2, going 1, 2. Is that what we were just? Okay, that's his copy. Okay, so 1, 2. Now this is a big difference here is that this is not in log scale, right? Big difference. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So diag. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, right? It doesn't hold the golden zone, but it's not required to. Although, if we're going from here to the new high, right? So this is valid, right? So you can see if we go here, right, we have the break. But if we go to the highest high, right, which is what the algo is going to use, right? So here's dominant to dominant. We're coming into the golden zones, right? So this is spot on, right? So we're literally in the golden zone. Now we have a shark, right? So it looks like the first parts of it. Are we locked here? No, we're not. Okay, so is that 2 burned? Let's see here. Can I pull that? I think it's locked. Okay, so let's pull that down. I don't think that kills it. Shark fin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1. So he's looking for 2 here. A, B, see how that works, right? So you got to you can see it. Oh, here, I'd have to do it here. We got this. Let's bring that up. And then we'd have this, right? So we're getting that wedge down into the low. Okay, so let's, what do you got? I'm on a 2 hour. Okay, right, so we see the golden zone, right, which is he's targeting here. Here's your stop, right? So this is, okay, let's look for it. Now, what are the, let me get rid of that, right? So we can see that it's a shark here. We have this candidate, 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like maybe one more down would so you could finish it in a 5. All right, I mean, they don't all play ball, right? So that's what you'd be looking for, maybe down here in the golden zone, looking for the bounce. So if we were to get that, which remains to be seen, do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like it needs one more down, Grant, don't you think? To give us a clean 5 to come out of here. Now, so if that's me, here's what I'm doing. Oh, is that enough? Here, at minimum that. Let's get you out of here. One of these might be there. So you'd want to see this come up here, sweep. Okay, so that would be, oh, something's different. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right now I want to see it, if I'm coming down from here, I want to see it sweep, and take that pivot. Just to show, like, confirm, like, oh, hey, well, number one, what that does is it confirms that I have a low down here. Right, I have to, otherwise, like, how would you know, right? You don't have any confirmation. So it could just as easily just continue rolling over. Oh, here, let me do it this way. Right. So the reason this pivot is so important is because it's the first confirm that potentially I'm changing. Because otherwise, how would you know, right? So just, you don't, I mean, this was a huge part of the brown belt, right? How would you know, right? If we keep coming down here, now, oh, it's good, ready to go? No. Oh, ready to go? No. Ready to go? No. Ready to go? No. Right? Just this would all be just one solid leg, right? Because none of these retraces break the pivot. So this is all just one leg lower. Which is why, so again, it's funny, right? Some of the most powerful lessons that you learn as a trader, right? I mean, these are the things that I harp on when trying to teach and help other traders. That was a big problem for me, big problem for years, right? I always wanted to pick the turn, and I was like, oh fuck, I know that's it. Nope, oh, not until we break one of these, right? One of them has to break, right? We got to break one of them. Okay, now I want to change the character, right? Because lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Something has to change. You can't just take it just because you're there. You're in the zone. The market's got to show you, oh, it's going to react to the zone, because plenty of golden zones break on both sides, right? For everyone that succeeds, there's one that breaks, right? So you can't just, oh, it's a golden zone, fuck, I'm plow in. You got to show it to me. right? So I need that. Then if I come back down here, so put it all together, right? So there's the, let's call that, and we'll just call it a change of character, right? Something's got to change. Even just to call it an inducement, right? So we confirm, because once I have that, then what I've done there, oh fuck here, what I've done there is confirm that I have a low. Once I've got this, otherwise all just one leg. Once I do that, oh, I got a low. Now I can start, because here you could have done the same thing. Oh, is that it? Oh no, is that? Oh, that's it. Nope. Nope. No. Now I got it. Break, retrace. Now maybe fuck, you're hoping, right? There's a little imbalance in there. You get a fair value gap there. Oh, I got a little imbalance here. Maybe you tie that into a golden zone. Oh, I got this right here. So I got now. Okay, now I have a well-constructed entry. Look at the risk reward. Look at the risk reward here. I'm going to use his, right? Can you stomach that? You're going to be fucking checking the market every 20 seconds. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. No, you put it on comfortably. And then it goes or it doesn't. If it doesn't, oh, are they blowing up my account? No. Did I get seriously hurt? Probably not. Can I go again lower? Yeah. I just wait for it to happen lower, right? For the whole thing to happen lower. And all of this just gets moved down. And then this, we wait for that. And all of it starts all over again. Right, you see how that works? You get that. You get the idea. That's what you're looking for. Otherwise, right, you just like, I hope it's the low. What makes you think it's the low? Well, I was in a golden zone. Well, did you have any change of trend or any change of market structure? Any market structure shift? Anything? No, I didn't. Then why'd you take it? Well, I had a hunch. Hunches are for losers. Okay, so that's Grant F. I think that's all I got from Grant F. Okay, so I got Chris 26. Not giving me any. Okay, he's given me, so let me go to, oh shit, what do I have here? I gotta get that off of there. Oh fuck, I can't remember how I did it on the right. Okay, so this is, Chris 26 wants Coti, C-O-T-I, USD. So that means probably, let's go over to Coinbase. Let's go to the daily. All right, always good to start on the daily. Just say, okay, give me a big picture. Okay. Well, right off the bat, right? So I like it already because I can just look at this and say, okay, well, kind of what we were just looking at. Okay, we're coming down into some sort of a wedge. All right, boom. Let's see if I can recreate that for you. Oh, looks like it doubled down here. Oh, broke it. Well, here we go. On the daily. So this is the low. How do we know that's low instead of this low? Right. Well, great. Oh, this is all right. Heads up, guys. Now pay attention. This is important. If you're a new trader, heads up. Right. So how would you know? Right. How would you know? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Oh, is that it? Oh, it broke. This is a new low. Right. So you need that confirmation. Right. Is that it? No, swept. Right. So this gets swept. Okay. Right. So we're waiting for that now. We get this break here. Oh, so let's just call that market structure shift. Okay, so lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Some sort of pump, lower low. Now I got a good break. So what am I looking for in here? Didn't get there, right? On that one, here on a daily. How about our friend Al? Right? Do I have a candidate here for this to be coming off the low? So here's all the ingredients, right? This is what you're looking for at a low. Did they sweep the last pivot? Because what is that right there? Well, number one, that's every bozo breakout trader getting bent over, right? As they always do. Well, not always. As they usually do, right? So this is the, okay, right? Because some bozo sold that thinking, oh, it's going to the floor. Don't be that guy. Okay, right. So you let it happen. Now, whoa, shit. Oh, man. So anybody who sold here, oh, God, they're out, right? What do they have to do? They have to buy. All right, so we retrace here. Now, I'm going to bet you that if I come down to something like a 4 hour here. Oh, I'm back here. Do I need to be in log? I guess I do. Let's get zoomed in here. There's my little market structure shift. I don't really have anything great here. Let's put our OptiStruct on there. Oops, I got it twice. Don't need that. Okay, so I'm going to do. Come here. Can I get that? Oh, that's all right. It'll work. All right. So here's the sweep of liquidity. Here's the break of structure. Right now, it's pushed up a little bit because this doesn't close it. That's just wick. So here's where I get the break of structure. Now I come back down here. I'm at a 50. Looks like the same thing happened right here. Right. That's liquidity. Right. Little liquidity grab right there, just beyond the 50. Didn't get a fair value gap there unless maybe I got one lower. I'm surprised I'm not seeing one. But I guess I'm not. Let's get this one. You're going to give me the whole thing. I don't really want the whole thing. I just want this section. You going to do that for me? Nope, you're not. I wonder why. Was it a good algo play? How do we know? Reaction at the target. That little front run. Okay, so let's see if we can put this together. 1, 2, 3, right, at first glance. Now, that's bummer, right? Bummer, right? Because we don't want that to overlap. So let's go back out to a 4 and see if we can put it together. All right, I'm going to take you off. We didn't get a fair value gap here. You got a liquidity sweep and you got an algo participating there. Okay, 1, 2, that doesn't look right, does it? Right, so it looks like you'd want your 3 coming in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a candidate there. I don't want this to be the 4 because that kills the impulse, right? So it's kind of forcing the count here a little bit. That would fly. You might even get it right here. Again, it doesn't matter. Well, we can measure a little bit. Let's see here where we can zero in on that a little bit better. Come here. All right, use the tools. ABC, well, that's a little skinny. I'd be inclined to go there. Now, in hindsight, right, it's a little easier, right? When you're sitting there going, you wouldn't be absolutely sure, but I can absolutely tell. When I broke here, I'd be looking, well, can I make that work? I'm going to go to 2 and get that a little cleaner. Oh, it gets a little bumpy in there. Okay, let's try and put the whole thing together. Okay, so if I'm here, let's come back to a 4. Oh, shit. A, B. Actually, looks like you've got an ABC in there. Looks like you've got it. A, B. You got some wicks. But we don't need to overcomplicate this now since we've already had the launch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got that is in. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like I got a good 1 there. Why not, right? So you got to put them somewhere. Let's start there. This looks like 4 material. 5. All right. Do I have an impulse going in? All right. Let's add a degree. Let's go up a degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this is the Frankenstein, right? You end up putting together just one impulse and correct at a time. All right, so then it's immediately what's wrong with it, right? That's the next thing that should be popping into your head. Okay, oh, I got all of this. Okay, right, I had the market structure shift. Oh, I had the retrace to a 50. I had liquidity sweep. I had liquidity sweep down here. This was golden, right? As we looked at this, we didn't quite make golden. All right, we didn't quite make golden, but we're right in the pocket. That's right where you want to see that 2. 1, 2, impulse. Correct. 5 followed by 3, followed by 5, followed by 3. What? Right? We don't know, right? Nobody knows what's coming, but we can make a educated. Let's do it this. That's going to be too steep. Jesus, that's pretty steep. All right, something like that here. I don't want to give that too much room. So I'll just do something like this. Just put it here and give it a sliding parallel. As it sits right now. Okay, good. All right, now again, measure, right? 2 through the 3. Where do I can't make this stuff up, right? Where do we want it? We want where's the prime zone between the 23 and the 38? What do? We tag the 38 as we're filling a fair value gap. Is that the 4? Well, we don't know for sure. Now, look again. This is going to be consistent here. Look what we see here. Right, there's your, let's just call it a chalk, right? So lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And so something changed. Something changed. Is that a good impulse? Not great. That's a 4 hour. Let's go to a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, right? It's not. It doesn't appear to be corrective. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. Why not? Right? Let's start right there. Okay, I got imbalances ahead. Let's go back to a 2. Sweep back. Deep. That's deep for a 2. 7, 8, 6. Right? It's not uncommon for a 2 or a B to go that deep, right? So it's always the 2s and Bs. More so, well, B's can expand, right? But it's always a push. Is any question whether there's liquidity there? No. We don't know that we might still get it, but as it sits right now, the fact that they don't get it, right, is telling. What do you mean they don't get it? It's so obvious. Of course they're going to get it. Are you sure about that? You sure? Assumptions, right, are dangerous, right? So, okay, well, if I'm going to get a 3, where am I looking for it? I got plenty of room up here. Let me just use 1, 2. Well, is the risk reward okay for you there? Max, right? I mean, if you're going to give it that, well, there's 5 to 1, right? Just assuming you're going to get a traditional 3. Sweep that, right? So, okay, targets, right? What's the algo doing, right? One of 2 things, right? It's liquidity, rebalance, or liquidity at a pivot. Reasonable target right here. Looks like that was a 50. So the algo, right, never leaves us. Always on. Right, they never turn it off. So it looks like that's just a clean swing, retrace, target. Swing, retrace. Oh, look where that 3 is. Right, now that's not the pull we'd be worried about. We'd be worried about that one. Right, so to get to a full 3, we got to break that, right? Now may not, right? It may just get right there. Oh, right, that's always the question. Why does it stop there? Why does it stop here? Why does it stop here and not sweep that liquidity? Was this liquidity enough? Apparently so. They ultimately come back for it and they get both of them. You see that? You see that? Right, they get both of them. This one and this one get swept. Liquidity grabbed. So you could look at it this way. All of this, liquidity being grabbed, accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. We're trying to get a big rip up for the 5 up here out at this degree, so we go back to a 4. Does that make sense? Does that make sense that that's what they'd be doing there? They, right? That the algos, right? I got a fair value gap here, and I've got a demand zone right there. right? Why is that a good demand zone? Because of the fair value gap that came off of it, right? So I know that this was likely, right? That's the assumption that to create that kind of imbalance, that has to be whales, biffs, whomever, right? Large traders, right? We can't do that. Only the big boys can do that. Pretty much right by the book there. So that would be right hot, right? Ready to go, right? There's almost, your risk is non-existent, right? You could trade that with leverage. You get stopped out. Okay. You don't need to go 100 to 1. Good one. Coti there. And that's Chris 26. And then ELG wants, we didn't get that right over here. Oh, what that is. Okay. So it happens. Because I copy so many things from you guys, I get all sorts of crazy shit. Okay. EGLD. Not just crazy shit. It's just nothing I did. Okay. I want that to, what does he want? To USD. Let's go Coinbase. Did that work? That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Let's try again. EGLD USD. There we go. Okay, that got a little weird. Hang on. There we go. Got a color palette I recognize here. Okay, what are we doing? I got some sort of a, it's not the volume, I've got some sort of a moving average in there. Okay, so, oh, that's a weekly. How did I end up with that? Okay, let's look down here. Good example. Okay, so there's our low. So let me put that here. I'll put that in white. So kind of, this is going to be our theme today. It's something to look for every day. Okay, so here's the low, right? Come down. Oh, really? You're not going to get that? So we'd have to come back to look at it here. Okay, did they sweep that low? Yes. Up. They did not get this one. So if you're looking here, so what would your thought be? Okay, see if we can make that fly. 1, 2, 3. That's clearly a 4. 4, 5. Oh Jesus! I don't know what is going on with these. On the right, one. That's iffy. You could look at that a couple of different ways here. No, that is the daily. So that's, we just consider that liquidity, right? Because it comes back, right? So they're grabbing, coming back. Let's go to the 4. Okay, so you had like a little bit of a, okay, hey, whoa, heads up. Right. So now we didn't get all the way up here to break this, but some of this internal structure has been swept, right? And we've got the low down here, right? That's our low for, invalidation of any kind of Elliott count here that would be basing this as a 1, 2, 3. That looks like 4, 5, right? So I got a good looking 1 there, A, B, C into the 2, right? Why not, right? So then, okay, so this eventually gets swept, right, into the 4, but here this would be a whoa. Oh, something. Hey, hang on. All right, something going on there. Now that looks deep. That looks like you're past your golden zone. I mean, you're gonna have to go platinum on that. All right, so we're down into the 887, 786 range here. That's pump and dump. Why we're getting that, I don't know, but it doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so 1, 2, that's the 4. Right, that's all I need to see is, okay, some sort of a 4 is in here. Okay, so that would be the internal. That's clearly a 4. Probably kind of put it right here. WXY 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh Jesus, we got a kicker in there. You have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 5. Let's get you up here. All right. So from the low. How the breakout traders doing here? Fortunately, they never learn. It's a good thing they don't, right? There's always a new crop of guppies that are going to take that trade as a breakout. Okay, so we're coming back down here. Okay, so let's, oh, can I get it here? Is that the right one? I think so. Yeah, we'll pull it from here. All right, so I got a nice big range here. So that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So I got an A. Oh, God damn it. Come here. A, B, right? We could only, well, likely, right? We don't finish it here, given where we are here. Now, Algo doesn't care about your Elliott count. We can see, right? Obvious areas of consolidation. So you got to do a little bit of both, right? So put your Elliott hat on. Okay, we're going to come that low. You don't really want it to come into this because there's no support there. And you got a big, shit here. Oh, what do we got on this? Let's go. Let's put the fair value gaps on so we can kind of take a peek here. Okay, so I've got inbound. I got only one left here on the 4 hour here that hasn't been tapped, but this big ball of consolidation here, I really wouldn't want it to go below that. That looks like you might be. It looks like you can do that as a triangle. A, B, C, D, E, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of that 5, right? So that looks like your triangle 4. I don't want to connect. I'm not thinking 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking A, B, C because I want this all connected by one channel, right? Remember, that's kind of the idea when we get a good impulse. I want that all connected. This is the correction, but this is not. They're not connected together. This is the impulse. This is the correction. So a little bit lower. Beautiful. What do I got here? I'm looking for a 5, right? If I'm going to have an A and a B, if that's my B, looks like I got a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I don't really want that to be done here. 1, 2, 3. I want that to be the 4 before we come down for a 5 of the 3. That's what you hope, right? You may not get it, but that's what I'd be looking for. It's a big pump wick up there. That looks like that may be technical, right? So where are the algos, right? That's always what you got to ask. A little front run, maybe. It could be that the imbalance here, right? That's all they needed was to fill it. Filled, untapped. Well, I don't want to here. Got to take this up a degree. So if we come down 1, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where? I want that to come a little bit lower to give me the 3 because I don't want to be thinking about the 4 overlapping this 1. I want this all to come a little bit lower. Again, channeling. Keep coming down. So why? It's not. It's just because it gives me more conviction into where I am in that count. 1, 2. Okay, give me the 3, 4. Right now, I got to watch for that 1 to not get overlapped. Right. Again, these rules are annoying. They're going to piss you off frequently because, like, son of a bitch, I wanted that to be the 4. Right. What you want, what the market offers. No, don't always meet. So 1, 2, 3, right? So I can project. Okay, if that's a big 1, right? If that's a 2, right? Well, 100 would be a reasonable target for that 3. Now that's log scale. Let's come out of log. It's even further down. It's on a 4 hour. Remember, we're after a 2, right? So we're after deep. Oh shit, we're already there. Out of log. That's 22 to 80. That's 4 times the range. You can look at it in both. Why would you be thinking something else? Now look at this big high volume node right here. So we can call that a demand zone. Demand. Market. Consolidate. What? Oh. It's going to be in there. Let's do. I don't even have to wonder. I know there's going to be a squeeze there. Squeeze. All right, through all of this, all right, you see the squeeze. Every time it's black, that's a squeeze. So squeeze from the contraction comes what? Oh, I shouldn't say it that way. I hate when guys teach that way. From the contraction comes the expansion. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, A, B. Give me that C. Then, right, we don't just take it just because we're at the golden zone. We wait for that. Give me the break of the prior pivot right now. Now take it. That's what we want, right? That would be the. Now this is a potential big ripper, right? This was. I think I did this a couple Fridays ago, right? As a very big candidate, right? It's very well liked amongst the. I guess the gaming universe, right? I'm not a gamer, so. But I know they spend a lot of money, so I don't discount their impact. 1, 2, right? Can I get a 1? That would be the 1 of the 3 at this degree, right? We'd have much higher prices. Okay, I got to keep moving. How am I doing on time? Oh, 1:20. Okay, so shit, I'm way behind. I got a limit today. I got a freaking dental appointment this afternoon. My wife keeps me on track there. Okay, so that's good. So now I got fellow trader is back with Riot. Okay, let's see now. I have Riot somewhere. Let's see if your chart comes through. Okay, I'm copying your link. Let's see if I can make it work here. Riot. Anyone think? Anyway, thank you for your video. Very wonderful. Oh shit! I wish I can't see you guys over there because it's hard for me to do two things at once. I'm not very good at. It would be great if one of my guys could monitor for me. Hey, you got a question in the chat? Oh, I can't seem to do it. Okay, so now what do I got here? AMP to the dollar. Who's giving me this? Riot. No, that's not what you wanted. Fellow trader. That's not. You're not giving me. You want Riot. I have Riot. Hang on. Let me find it. I know I have it up here. I wish there was a faster way to do that. I may have it. Oh, shit. Here, I got to find it. I have it, but I don't know where. Okay, so you want Riot is what, based on what your note here, your link sent me here. So, Riot. Right. Oh, okay. Okay, there's the daily on Riot. I'm just going to bring it to just my color palette. Keeps my brain sane. Oh, and again, I've got this. That is just weird. Merge on the right. Okay. I got a lot of lines here. Okay. I'm assuming this must be you, fellow trader. This is your Riot. Holy shit, that's a lot of lines. Okay, so I got to take some off here just so I can see if you're doing WX. I'm not taking the Elliott count on. It looks like a triangle A, B, C. He's looking for the Y up here. That's on the daily, but man, I got to take some of this off. I can't see what's going on. Okay, I know. See, it's easy when you drew them, right? You know what you've got. Okay, so. We're not going with the idea that we've got a 1-2 because he's trading that as an ABC, which it sure looks like it is. Okay, that needs perspective. I got to get back out a little bit. Let's go to a 3-day. Okay, now we go. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, 4, 5. All right. Would we 3, 4? Can we make that fly? Oh, that ain't great either. Whoa, you don't want to pull the 2 into that, do you? Here, let's go back to a daily, see if we can get the better finish there. Boy, that is ugly, isn't it? Oh. Oh, shit, that's just an ugly finish, isn't it? Well, I think I'm inclined to agree with you here. Since I don't have a good 5 here, you just don't, right? I mean, you want to, but it's not there, right? If I had this, okay, maybe I could get along with that, but it's not what we get. Looks more like a 3 followed by a 3. That actually looks like a decent 5. One, two, three, 4, 5, but that doesn't fit. All right, well, there's a conundrum, right? So as I look at that, I see a 5. Well, let's see. Oh, boy, this is tricky all over the place. Okay, well, let's lean into your count here. So 3. I guess we're stuck with that. I guess the wild card is up here. Is that a 1? Oh, that's ugly. Maybe you can get that, and then you'd have to talk yourself into this as a truncated C, A, B, C. I don't love that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't really work. Then you've already got overlap here. So this just is not really good. Elliott it's not always going to play ball. I like your thinking though, because to force fit impulses in here is probably a mistake, because they're not. You've got a few. Even the finish here is suspect. There's one of those, okay, where's the low, right? We don't sweep any of those highs until right here. We get one. And now, interesting, look where it happens, right? And then what follows, right? That's the first time. So we get lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Finally, break, right? So you could call that inducement, or, what does that do? It confirms the low. Okay, so I know I have a low here, because there's the retrace, right, that sweeps the pivot. Okay, so can I play ball coming up? Looks a whole lot better. Looks like I got an impulse coming up, right? And it's all, look at the channeling, it's just all beautiful, right? So it's nice A wave off of a good low with all of those ingredients we talked about before. We talked about a couple of times, right? So look what here, come here. Let's see if I can find something here. Inverse. You're not giving me any? Oh, I may have too many. Display limit. Oh, let's make that 25, just so we get them all. Doesn't want to give it to me. I'm not sure why. Well, I know they're in there. Okay, let's go ABC there. Damn it. Come here. Well, you've got a gap here, but potentially it's fill the gap. Fair value gap. This is perfectly balanced, right? So on the daily, you don't really have it. WXY, so ABC, W, X, ABC, Y. 1, 2, 3, ABC into the 4 here. Up for the 5 for an A. Down for 5. Yeah. You don't really want that sweeping that low, so that may be off the board. Now, right, there's a little bit of, how much a purist, right? So my team is they're purists, right? So they're going to tell me, or I know PK would say, nope, off the board, can't be a triangle. It was a good thought, right? It looked good here. Is that a true double up here? Looks like it swept it by a tick or two. Yeah, it did, right? So already got trouble in triangle land. Okay, so let's, if not that, then what? Well, you got to take that off, right? Most likely, right? Again, give it a little cushion, right? If it were to scream out of here, but it doesn't look like it's going to get, we're going to get that today. Okay, but we can still work with the conceptually. What we're after here is some sort of a 3, A, B, C. So I'd likely B, working on C or WXY. So could be. Well, that's a pretty good 5. A. Hey boy, it was ripe, but nah, so it's off. It's blown. So you're looking for this just deeper now. I don't know what we have here. These are just looks like support and resistance lines, right? Is that all they are? Yeah. Get you out of here. Whoops. Okay, well, we got to pay attention to Al. Big congestion zone right there in the pocket, right? So for something like that, now a B could go, certainly could go lower. You could put 707 on that. You know, might be looking for that down a little bit lower. I mean, we could sweep the low actually, so, but anywhere down here, then you're looking for the C right here. So the premise now is, since you've got that off, we're going to do this and go here for the C, right? Challenge the C, or it could be that high. For the Y, that would be the thinking as it sits right now. So do you want to be a buyer there? Well, I'm certainly rather be a buyer than a seller. If this is AWX and this is AB and we're looking for the C, right? I mean, that's perfectly valid trading a C. In terms of potential risk reward, you can see the whole program is waiting for you here. That's, what is it? I don't have it here, but that's likely you're going to go into some consolidation. So you don't know which way that's going to come out of there. But I can see a 5. I'm looking for a 3. So anywhere down here, I'd be interested in that as a B for the C. That's not great. What shit? That's a daily. Let's go to a 4. This 5 is clean. It's clean impulse. It looks like a 5. I like it lower. So, okay, let's pull all of this off. Let's put just our premium discount. Let's take it out of log. Okay, are we in the discount? Yep. Buyer down here. You have an impulse there, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, because you swept the high. It's not great, but you can make a case for it. Coming back down. So this is a little bit of a shot monster. I mean, it is. Well, all right. So if you're a buyer here, you're working off of not a great Elliott count, although the B is a good thought. You're buying in the discount at where we see potential for rebalancing here of these, although they're mighty close to the structure low. So you could certainly see a case of this, sweep all this, grab all the liquidity down here. Then we go. But so let's not try and pick the turn. Let's wait for that sequence, right? And then we go. Right, so we want something here, some sort of a sweep here to confirm us. Oh, okay, a little market structure shift. We're not just going down or going sideways. Really, what we're doing is going sideways. This is what you're doing. You're in a box. If you're in a box, we want to buy the lows and sell the highs. Or just wait. It's not a great, it's a sloppy count. I mean, as I'm looking at it, maybe somebody has something cleaner there. This is out of log scale, right? So 1, AB, AB. Would you want to be thinking 1, 2? Well, I mean, this would be a high-class problem, right? If you came ahead, if you're thinking C and you ended up with 3, you know, they look a lot alike. But at least you're buying in the discount, right? So you're at least you have that edge. You don't have a whole lot more, but at least you'd have that edge down here, and that's me drawing that. A lot of imbalances down here. So the other thought would be, okay, this is, God damn it, come here. This is all just accumulation. We'll come up a little bit. We're testing. If we come back down and we dip into it, that's the upside is definitely there. I would not be a seller. That's how I'm going to say it that way. We'll just leave it there. BC. What do we got? BC. Copy link. Let's see if I can get yours to work. BC. He's giving me. I can't tell what he's giving me. Okay, BC giving me Bitcoin and DOT. Is that right? Is that right? Let me copy this. I can't tell from your. Algo to the dollar on Coinbase. First time posting. Go easy on me, BC. Oh, of course, man. Right. I just want to see how you're getting along. Okay, so you're doing Algo. Fuck. What are you doing? Is that what you wanted? You want Bitcoin? Or do you want DOT? Oh, shit. Oh, it must be Algo. That's what you mean. Okay, so this must be what you want. That's it. Okay. Oh, look how nice it is. Oh, God, good work. You've been studying. We got an RSI, a MACD, and an Elliott oscillator, and then volume with a moving average. That's a very nice setup. Okay, so Algo to the dollar on Coinbase. Okay, so I like this. Okay, let's see about the Elliott count. Okay, so the premise being this is a completed impulse. Okay. Well, likely not 3, given the overlap here, so this looks good. Do we need to be in log here? 08. Maybe not. I'm going to pull the volume on just to give us a little more space. And I know, call me quirky. It's just what I look at all day, so. No, I'm going to come out of the log here unless I'm on a daily. Let's see. So the first thing I want to check is out of log. How does this swing do? Right, it's always first, right? Okay, is it technical, right? How's it trading, right? Where's Al? Well, there's Al. All right, so good pivot here. So note what he's, right, one golden zone. So you have, well, okay, this is a good one for a first post. Good choice. Okay, all right, so I just do that so I can see it better. All right, first thing we get, golden corner pocket. Right now, you guys hear me say this every week, but we have new people and new members and new subs. Right, there's the highest odds in trading. Period. 80% odds you got there. Right, there it is. There it is, right there. To the other, right. So if it's not going to pivot at the median line, what's it going to do? Right, trading principle number 3. It's either going to come back to the lower, or it's going to go to the upper. Look how nicely, right? It cannot make this shit up. Can't do it. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's take that up a degree. Nice golden corner right out of the chute. Let's go up a degree. Some sort of 1, 2. Oh shit. 3, 4. It looks like an extension in the 5th to get you there. This looks like you'd have to do A, triangle, B, C. Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, that's not going to be 3 given that retracement. So what's your thought, right? Why would you think something else? I mean, I'm asking that genuinely. Why would you think something else? Right. So do we not have another golden? We do. I'm going to take that off only because remember it's a one-time use. Let's just hide it. Oh, here we'll take it off since. Right. So that 80 is already burned. Right, and I got another 80 here. Well, look. Oh, Jesus. Now, I got another golden corner here. Let's take this up to minuet here. Put it. All right, so do I have another golden corner with 80% odds? Well, yeah, of course. 1, 2, 1, 2. Why something else? Right? Do we know that's going to hold? Of course not. I mean, let's look in there. This is on a daily. Well, it looks like we're tagging it here. So meaning that they swept the equal lows here have already been swept. We're getting a nice little reaction now. Now everybody on the planet knows the 618, right? To be looking for a reaction, right? It's the 65. That's my little addition to it. ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's great work for your first post. Really well done. Let's get that right on the nose. And the subdivision, right? So he's putting the effort in, right? Which I like to see, right? So he's not just like, oh, you know, show me or give me the, right? This is how you get max value out of your membership, right? You apply yourself and you put yourself out there, right? Like, well, shit, I'm still learning, but this is what I see, right? This is great work. And actually looks like you got the B is also, you see that? I cannot make this shit up, guys. Look at that. So you got golden zone, golden zone, golden zone, right? That's pretty much all it's done is golden zones of the major pivots, right? So we go golden zone, golden zone, golden zone. It's not why it moves, it's how it moves. I mean, anybody uncomfortable there? Why would you not take that trade? You got 80% odds. That's not good enough for you? I'm not being a smart ass. I'm well, maybe a little. What you can't take that? You take that with leverage, right? Look, you get stopped out. Okay, you got stopped out. Okay, next trade. Now, why would you think you might? Oh, look, right, that's the target, right? So you got an algo. You're fighting an algo. This one's not leaving the party until that breaks. It's going to stay short. So if it gets a little further, right, you're going to lose the buy side. The sell side likely gets its target. Now, okay, so then you can be looking down here at the 786, right? Because we're still thinking 1, 2. Maybe there's a little extension in that fifth. I still got a 1, 2. Now, I don't get a golden corner, but I still get a corner. I still have it out. Just because it's not golden doesn't mean I lose my 80%. It's once I get a pivot. Once I get a pivot, as long as that pivot holds, right? That's the key to it. It could be all the way down here. If I can get at it, it could be right here. It's still 80% odds that it gets there once I get a pivot, right? Now, if the pivot breaks, different story, right? As you can see, right? You can see how that, broke. You're like, oh, shit, that shit doesn't work. And then it gets to right here and you go, well, that's stupid. I'm not doing that again. You check it a month later. Oh, whatever happened with Algo ran in that. Oh, I should have. I coulda. I woulda. Right now, you got, that's clean. Let's go to a 2 and see how that looks. How clean is the finish here? We come down to it. That's a good looking 3. Good looking 3 into the 4. And what is that? You got MA? I think it is. Yep, it is, right? So he's using the tools, right? I mean, you know, it's always a good idea to start with what we're teaching, right? And then if you want to modify, then go have at it. Well, that's a good place to start. Now, okay. So there's, all right, so let's go back to where we've been focusing on. Do I want the trade yet? Oh, let's go to 1. Don't want it yet? Okay, let's just stay with me here. Okay. Oh, God damn it. Come here. Swing, retrace, swing, retrace, swing, retrace. I don't, right? Do I have a low? Do I know I have a low yet? No. I could easily roll over again. Easily. Why? Why do I say that? Because I haven't broken a prior swing high. I got to do that before I can confirm I've got a good low. Or it could just, as I was, just showing you this a couple of times, it could just go again and again and again and again. You don't know. There's the low. Oh no, there's the low. Oh, that's it. No, I'm absolutely positive that's it. No, not until you break that. You don't know. Well, you still don't know, but at least you're not trading like an asshole. You're like, oh, okay, all right, I've got a reason here. It's not just like, oh, I think it's the low. I got a hunch it's the low. It feels like it ought to be the low. It should be the low because it's at the golden zone. Not until you break that right there. You got to break that. Because otherwise, you got to remember, this is all just one continuous move down. Break this. Now the party starts. Okay. Oh, something happened there. Swing. Now I can start looking for that 3. It's as I was studying for the brown belt, right? Because I had to study. Right? It wasn't something I was mentored in, right? I taught it to myself. The guy who taught this to me, oh shit, I didn't even know his name. He goes by Khan, but he's really pioneered this, and it's interesting to watch his evolution because he was an FX trader and was using a percentage or a number of pips, right? Which is totally random, right? So no two people look at it the same way. Eventually, he evolved in saying it's got to sweep the pivot. He calls it inducement. That's where I learned that. Most of everything I teach was all taught to me or something I learned myself, right? I just passed it along. Or it fits into something that I was mentored in. Fibs, geometry, Elliott Wave, right? And SMC, that came out in 21, right? I was mentored in the mid-90s. You never stop learning, right? Because the markets, they change, right? They're very different than when I was a broker and was doing the bulk of my trading, right? When I was in the business, the markets are totally different. Back in that day, there was a big deal when I could call the floor to get my trades put in, right? Boy, that's a long time ago. All right, so we got to wait for that to break, and then we let that break, and then that's that tells us, because what is that telling us? It's the algos are going to shift. Otherwise, it's just down, 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 down. So we do not yet know that we have a low there. We do not know. We can hypothesize, but we can't be objective, which is the whole point. Can I objectively call that low? No, not until that breaks. When that breaks, then I can we can all look at it and say, is that a low, right? Is that a low? Not, now it is, yes. Now I can objectively, because it's not like, oh, random. Oh, mine's 40 pips. Oh, mine's 12%. Mine's 8%. Mine's 15%. There's no consistency to it. It's got to be consistent. It's got to be duplicatable. It's got to be repeatable. It's got to be something you can, every chart, come up with the same conclusion. Do I have a change of character here or a break of structure or some market structure shift? So at least I have the first ingredient. Now, look at your risk reward there. Oh, can I take that trade? Pivot low, right? Well, I don't know that I have the pivot here, but I'd give it to a little room on the other side of the 65 so you don't get wicked. So you don't get one of the, wicked like breakout traders happen to, the guppies get wicked every day. Can you take that trade? Well, if this is 1, 2, what are we anticipating? 3, 4, 5. So you might just target the third. I mean, you could use this as a target for the full impulse. You can get the whole thing. Well, you got to sit through the retrace of the 4. All right, it's always a little, oh God, I hope it's a 4. Are all the ingredients? All right, so then it has to be context. Okay, why do I think this would be the start? Do I finish in a 5? Yes. Do I have an ABC? Do I come for something technical? Yes. Right. So I can lean into, do I know it's going to be a 1? Of course not. But I can lean in. I got news for you. You never know. There is no knowing. Unless you're cheating, there's no knowing. There's only hypothesizing. But on context, what does it typically happen here? Can I identify an algo here? If so, then I can hypothesize, well, shit, I got a good looking finish here. And it's technical. And it's a 2. And so I want to get into the 1 of the 3. You don't have to pick the turn. You could wait and just try. I mean, again, right? We would not qualify. If you took this trade right here or right here, only right here, right? It's the third, right? That's what we force you to do that to make you wait. That's why we do that in the purple belt. Not to be assholes, not so we can, I want to get to that. No, we do it so that you develop that discipline. So you're not chasing the turn. You're waiting to get the 3 or the C. It forces you to wait. Think about that, right? Now, when nobody else, when you're not trying to, when you do it, trade what you want. But, the idea being here, we're building a muscle here of discipline. That's why we do it. Because somebody taught that to me, right? So again, everything I teach was all taught to me. Okay. I'll go first time posting. BC, that's a great first post. Great. Not only is your work good, but you gave me something to run with. Okay, Dr. Alban, how you doing? What are you thinking on Bitcoin? Dr. Alban. Oh, God, what Dr. Alban? Are you still using? Yep, I bet you are. Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, let me try these. I tease you. I don't mind taking them off. Dr. Alban's a good member. He's very active, right? He's learning. He's getting better all the time. He still uses these things. But I guess eventually. I mean, he does it because it helps him. All right, so this is... let's get up here. Okay, what are we thinking here? Okay, all right, why not, right? Okay, so the question always is, why not? Why not that? Ascending triangle, well, it's not like it's never happened before. It's a little bit, some of my guys might bicker with that. Well, here, so I'm just going to give you an alternate. I think you're on the right track here. This could go higher, right? So, well, okay, hang on. Let me get sorted here. Okay, so we're coming out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's your big, okay, I'm going to just do that quick because there's too many lines. Okay, big channel. I like the channeling you're working with, right? So he's using the geometry, right? He's using the tools. Ooh, I like that. Well, I think we all are anticipating that, come here, that this is some sort of a 4 going in. Now, as to how we get there, this is creative. 3, 3, 3, 3. That's okay, right? You could get there a couple of different ways. A, B. So what he's after here is the B, which we're all after, right? So what it doesn't look like, oh shit, here. I got to keep doing this. Let me change that to green. Okay, what it doesn't look like is that we've gone, we're some sort of a truncation here and that the C is in and we're going to go 1, 2. Now, of course, we could. I saw that again. You've heard me say this before. If you were trading in 18, right, it was every time we got a correction, it was this, right? It was this, right, and we'd go, right. So you wouldn't get a full C before we go. It was constantly the truncated C, and then we'd go this. Right? It's not a triangle. It was a truncated C. It was when the market was impatient. So here, as we sit looking at that, I think it would be ideal, right? We all are kind of hoping we get a chance to buy it a little bit lower as we go through this consolidation into the halving, right? We don't want to assume, oh, halving to the moon. Now that may be what happens, but I think that's dangerous because that's it seems too easy, right? So that makes you a little bit tentative to say, okay, so do we have a good launch here? Not really. Oh shit, let me just do this here. So I can see it a little better. Well, one thing just to be mindful of, right? So you always gotta find him. Where's Al? Where's Al? You know he's going to be there. Where's the target? We've blown through, right? So we have no algo resistance above, right? This is the last support algo we got. Now we're going to get it again. I can't make this shit up, guys. Do you see what we're doing here? There's never been a video I did that didn't emphasize that. Never, not one, ever, right? It's in every market, every time frame, always, right? It is the algo you got to pay attention to, right? The other ones, we surmise what they're doing. Oh, they're filling in a fair value gap. They're sweeping for liquidity. Here, we just price action. We can see it on every, you can see it very often on these retrace here. So you know what happened here. It's not like, oh shit, I wonder why did it stop there? Why did it stop there? There's no mystery. No mystery. I know exactly why it stopped there. Where's the target? Now look at the two targets. So I'm kind of looking at this going, okay, whatever's going on here, it's some sort of a big 3 because this will, again, right, we could blast. We could, right? We absolutely could. But more likely, doesn't it seem like, let's think about that. Where's the liquidity? Do we have to wonder if there's liquidity up there? Probably not. right? So we know there's going to be liquidity, right? Because there's liquidity on the other side, right? So there are going to be stops up here of short sellers. Well, okay, so if we go up here and we get that, right? Potentially a liquidity sweep. That's why I think what seems to make the most sense. Now the market, trying to outthink the market is a losing proposition, but to think, okay, sweep it. If we're lucky, right, we'll get that. If we're lucky, we'll get a chance to buy it lower. Well, just looking here, do you want to be a buyer there? Well, we just, if this is the range, right? We just looked at it, right? If this is the range here, we're in the discount, right? We just saw a golden zone. At least we're buying in the discount. Depending on your time horizon as to whether or not you want to use leverage there or not, right? If you're short term, right, you might get a little kick there. You know what's driving it. Oh, whoops. You know what's driving it. That will blow up the impulse, the idea that we have a triangle. I still like that as whatever it is. I'm seeing an expanded B up here, which would just make sense. Get all of retail to just YOLO in here. And then likely, right, they get burned not as they usually do. Not always, but there has to be some where they get away with it or they will stop doing it, right? Fortunately, they don't stop doing it. So I'm waiting, and I'm plenty long, so I'm not worried about missing anything, but I'm not ready to buy there. I want to buy it lower. I want to buy it down here. 60. And part of that is coming from, okay, if this is a 3, I kind of want to buy it in here. If I can get it in here, that's high probability zone, right? 23.38. Can I get that? Well, that's why it looks to me like, okay, we're going to come up here, sweep. Everybody gets all sided. Bitcoin, all new highs. Blah, blah, blah. They need liquidity, right? So it's assuming who they sell from up here, right? Well, you got miners and market makers, right? They can trade up here, but it gets thin because you don't have all the retail liquidity. Where's all the retail liquidity? Right here, right? So they come down here, get it all, just ass rape all the breakout traders, right? And then off we go. And then you have a much better looking. Do you see how the look gets better? It starts to come together. Like, oh shit, come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now we have this big extension here in the 1. Makes it a little unusual. But Bitcoin is notorious for shallow 2s. Now this is log scale too. Right, it looks a little better when you take it out of log scale. 3, 4, right? Prime zone. Look at the God. There's how many stops do you think are there? Gazillion and 3. It's a technical term. Gazillion. That's what you would like, right? If the market gods are going to be friendly, right? That's what you'd like, right? That means they have to break that golden zone, right? Or you go up here, get that target. If I come back here, right? We get that target here. That's the B, and then we come down for the E, and that's what sets us up over here. That's what you hope for. Well, that's what I'm hoping to get the opportunity to buy it down here. I may not, right? So, okay, if it goes, all right, let's say it goes. Are we going to go in a straight line? Well, there are very few assets that can do that, but Bitcoin could, right? So we're going to go up for the 5. All right, what if we do that? Oh, this is some sort of wacky 4 in here. All right, we're up for the 5. What is that? 5 of 3. Meaning, right, if we could do it all over again, right? Let's just I'm just going to randomly use that. So you want to be buying it here. Now so you could look at that and you could say to yourself, right, this is what new traders think. Oh, well, I would rip that here. I would know it was extended here, so I would get out at the top and then, oh, maybe I'll short it down for the, no. And you're not going to know that the top is in, right? So maybe you get a piece of this. Okay, right? So you get a piece of it. You know the 4 is likely coming if you're an Elliottician, right? You're anticipating, right? There are no absolutes in the market. But something like that is coming. Okay, if I caught this, do I want to ride through all of that give back? Probably not, right? So if you're in that, and particularly if you're in leverage, right? Your trailing stop or whatever you're using is going to get you out. So you're going to make some money there. Coming back down for the 4, right? If you're long term, right, is your entry any better? Well, you missed that run. Long term, right? You'd have another shot at it here. Likely, right? And again, I don't have any of this, so I'm just hypothesizing. What does the market usually do? Okay, how am I doing on time? Uh-oh, shit. Shit. What time is it? Oh, fuck. Dr. Alban, I share the same link to all your page. Take care of... Oh, that's Dr. Alban's talking to someone. Okay, I got time for one more. Then I got to go because teeth cleaning. I don't do them very often. My wife is all over me. You don't take care of your teeth, you're going to affect your heart. You're going to... got to have a wife who helps with a few things. Okay, I shares. Okay, so what are we doing here? 3, 4, 5. Okay. COVID. A, B, C of 4. So there's got to be another. Yeah, there we go. There's got to be a bigger one up there. 3, 4. Okay, I gotta go to a 3-day here. Okay, 1. Ooh. Can we slide by there? Yeah, I guess we can. He would have checked that. Yeah, we're good there. Okay, so that's the whoosh. I'm at 2. Good for a 50. Looks like that got spared here, amazingly. Up to the 5. Okay, so we got that side going. So I'm guessing, oh, that's a pretty short right there. That's beautiful. I hope you took that. It looks like it's going to be close. Oh, here's the low right there. Tagged it to the tick if I'm right on it. I think you can go for a little more, right? And why not, right? The target would be this low. You might take a partial here if you get it. There's your target. Oh, that's a great setup. Who gave me this? Ben B. Nice work, man. Very, very nice. Now, what else, right? What's the last thing, right? Then I got to go. Get my teeth cleaned. All right. Now, depending on the course it takes, right, we may not. So you've been after it, right? 80% odds. That's the Algo's target. Nice fat zone here, which I'm going to bet you, as I know. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's do it this way. I'll put your, well, here I could do it this way. Put the wave 4 on. All right, so into the wave 4, right? That's about as low as you want your wave 4s to go, right? You don't really want them going deeper, right? Because then you're thinking, oh shit, is it a wave 2? If we hold the 50, oh, okay, perfect, right? I got a big wave 4 here with an ABC, with a nice 5 coming down, coming off of an algo with a corner pocket. I mean, Jesus, that's good. Nice work, Ben B. Nice work. All right, guys, that's all I got today. The market can't make up its mind. Okay. I gotta run to a dentist appointment. That's a weird thing to say on a live stream, but that's where I'm going. Okay, so I got to get off here. You guys have a good one. I always hope you pick up a little something here. Pay attention to those ideas, right, as we get towards lows. Don't just buy it because it's there. Let the market show it to you. Let it prove it to you that something has changed, right? Otherwise, it'll roll over. Okay, guys, have a good one. I'll catch you. I'll be back.